Here we are, Jen Xavier here from My Real Estate Mastermind. I'm here at Be Phenomenal. In the background you can hear Aaron send Sony do his stuff, but I'm here with Tom Carlin from Vogue, is that right?
Yep.
Property in WA, in actually a suburb called Success, if I'm not wrong.
That's correct.
How good is that? You've got a business in a place called Success.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be a failure there, would you?
That's pretty cool.
So mate, look, wanted to catch up with you. You've just had a bit of a chat at Be Phenomenal on the stage there. You go up to Queensland to talk as well?
In Brisbane.
Yep. And the whole reason is that you've had a good year in real estate.
Yeah.
How's it been?
It's been phenomenal. So Harcourt's #1.
Yep.
1.8 million.
Yep.
And so yeah, it's been a very good year.
So Harcourt's #1, 1.8 million. That's Harcourt in Australia.
Harcourt's Australia, number 6 in the world.
Number 6 in the world. How does that feel?
Yeah, pretty good. For a 26-year-old, it's a pretty good achievement.
26-year-old, number 6 in the world for Harcourt. Man, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And 1.8 in gross com, obviously, for the year, yeah?
Yeah.
For your business. Yourself?
Just for me.
For you
Just
as
for me.
such.
Yep.
So you own the business?
I own the business.
Yep.
And obviously we've got a pretty big rental department. Got a team of 10 salespeople as well. But obviously that's my team that's in the 1.8, so just Tom Carlin.
Yeah, wow. So you got the business rent roll and in your own team within that?
Yep.
So, mate, first question, I might just chop this over a bit. First question is, how do you have the dual role between sales guy doing that well and running a team of 10 plus rentals?
Yep.
Because some principals can't sell 60,000 a year and run a team.
Yeah, it's very hard. You've got to be very structured,
Yep.
but also have very good support around you. So good PAs, good systems, good people running the company for me as well. And really just get a good support structure and be very disciplined.
Wow, so it sounds simple, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Not quite.
Mate,
But
if you could bottle that and sell it, every principal in Australia would be buying that.
Yeah.
I mean, you make it sound pretty easy, and I know from my dealings with companies around Australia, it's not that easy. How do you make it? How do you still do 1.8 yourself? And I mean, what is it about the stuff that you do with the systems, the people?
Yep. So it's probably easier for a business owner to structure a sales team than it is to structure the actual. Sorry, to structure the sales side of the 1.8 million. That's the easiest thing, because I can get really good PAs, really good marketing, and really push that quite strong.
Yep.
Whereas then it gives me more time to work on the business, and that's where I'm struggling with at the moment. So I'm learning the business side of things, whereas the sales side, I know it back to front. I've been doing it for 7 years now, or nearly 7 years, and so that side I can structure it really well. Make sure marketing is going out, make sure my PA is doing their job, make sure my buyers agents doing their job, which relieves all my time to go and work on the business and set that up now over the next couple of years. Okay,
so you're saying that your business within the business flies, obviously, but you're still learning about how to
run an actual office.
The duel between the sales, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. So we'll rewind that. He's got the sales thing nailed, but still figuring out that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm doing really well. We've got 250 rentals, which we've grown organically in 2 years. So it's going well. We've now got 12 or 13 sales staff as well. And again in 2 years, when a year ago I think we had 1 or 2. So that side's going. So we've got some things great, but I am still massively learning. And again, employing the right staff. I've just taken a general manager, and she's been a licensee and general manager to look after the sales team. So I only have to coach them and guide them once a week, once a fortnight.
You've got a bit of a story. It's interesting. 26, 1.8 in GCI, your own business, 10 salespeople, etc. Rent roll. How long have you been in the business for in the industry?
Coming up to 7 years.
And you weren't always in Australia?
No, so I started off in England. Started off in IT. When I got here, I couldn't get a job in IT, and so went into car sales. That's the only other job I could get. Hated that with a passion, and then jumped into real estate.
How much of your engineering background, because you said you qualified, etc., at the high end sort of IT stuff, how much of your engineering background have you applied to your business? Any of the same skill sets?
Not really.
No.
So started off with nothing. Didn't know real estate. Never dealt with anything to do with real estate. Never even bought or sold a house when I was 19.
Okay.
And it was literally the only industry I could get a job in where, apart from car sales, it's obviously commission only, so they just take you on.
What? Obviously, it would have been hard at the start, I assume.
Really hard.
What? And you're highly qualified over here. You get a new job, new country, new job. What made you stick? What was it for you when a lot of guys who live in Australia give it a crack, they don't stick? What made it stick for you?
I think I had no choice. I had 10 grand in the bank account, which is all I came over with.
You sent out on a boat?
Yeah, something like that.
Get rid of Carlin.
So yeah, 10 grand in the bank, and literally I had my own rental here, so I had to pay for that. I had a family back home struggling. So I had the big why was for me was to be able to support my family as well. And so therefore, when you've got that, you've got no choice but you have to go out and sell. And you soon learn. You start knocking on doors and people say no, no, no. You soon think, well, shit, if they say no, what do I need to say to make them say yes? And then one says yes, and you do it the same with telemarketing. You call. They all say no, and then you think, right, I'll change this, and then they say yes, you want an appraisal. And it's just a numbers game. It's just numbers.
So did you have were you just your family back home, mum and dad, or you're married, or you're...
No, so I came out here with my then girlfriend, now fiance, but my mum's back home. And mum's not got a lot of money. Mum actually now works for me. She was working in England on $4 an hour. So she now works for me, and then I've got my sisters back there as well. And they're not well off either, so I have to support them, look after them. And I always knew that. Always knew that.
You find a lot of agents, have got it fairly easy, and their why's not strong enough?
Yeah, not necessarily why's not strong enough. I don't think they dig deep because it's just so comfortable. So they're happy just to plod along and they think, right, well, I'm earning 70, 80 grand a year. It's above the average of Australia, so that's where I'm at. Whereas I think, well, why not get your full potential now? God put us all on earth to do a certain thing, and not everyone reaches that potential. And I think, well, if God put me here to be something, I'm going to be it, and I'm going to be it to my absolute full. And I'd rather work 5 years really hard and then be able to retire than spend 30 years working average and never be able to retire.
Some of the things that you've done over the last 7 years in your real estate career that you think are really the spot on magic to what's happened now in success, what are they?
So branding, my brand is massive. Tom Carlin team is an actual brand. A lot of people go wrong with they just have the company brand. So you've got the Harcourts brand, the Rain and Horn brand, or whatever group it's at, and then the reps don't create their own brand. They don't invest in themselves. So I've always invested 10% of my income that I want to earn. So if I want to earn 2 million, I put 200 grand into my own personal brand. Always invest in coaches. Coaches are what be able to grow me as a person, and then also grow my team. They can just be that third opinion to go, yeah, you should be doing this, or that's not a good idea, or you shouldn't be doing that. And that's really helped as well. And then just looking after people, keeping in touch and doing right by them, not locking people into contracts. If they don't want to be with me, they can go with any other agent they want. So just doing right by people and doing it honestly has worked really well. Yeah,
it sounds like a simple system.
Yeah, works.
Yeah, health nut. Do you keep fit at all?
No. And Eric Thomas has got the 3 AM club, and Tom Panis has got the 5 AM club. I've got the 8 AM club. So
hey, I'm the CEO of the 8 AM club.
Oh really? Oh, there we go.
It's a nice time of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always the thing that you do need to keep healthy, and you've got to look after yourself. So I understand that, and I've got to get into that. But I don't live a lavish lifestyle with drink and smoking and things like that. So I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah, with your team, with building your team now, and understanding that there's a gap for you. You nailed the sales sort of thing, but there's a potential gap or things to learn about building a team. What are you sort of focusing on about that? What are the key things for you?
So we're building a team. It's all about the training and the support that we can give them, making sure that that we know their why. That's pretty important. So making sure that we know why they're here, what they want to be, and helping them reach that goal. And then just constantly coaching them, bringing people in from outside. It's not just me. We've got 3-4 different trainers that we use. So bringing people in, and even all the like your video blogs I watch, and Tom Panis's video blogs, Glenn Twiddle's, just keeping on top of it all and sharing them with the team, and just learning from others. Just keep learning, and keep pushing that on the team and making sure everyone's kicking the goals. And that's what we're focusing on at the moment.
For principals out there, is there any particular thing that you found in the agency you have a look for that is integral? It's definitely has to be there.
I think, in my opinion, it's the drive. It's the drive. If you find out why they're doing it, the ones that come and they've got a family to support and they need to earn money, they're the ones that will do best. The ones that come and they've got a husband that's supporting them, or I'm only here to do it part time, or I'm only here and I can earn a bit of extra money, they're the ones that generally don't do that well because they've not got that push. And they can all be amazing, but the ones that have got the drive to go, I really want to be the best, they are sensational.
When you assess yourself as a leader, as a principal, as a salesperson, what are the key things that you really notice that are your big gaps?
As a leader, it's leading the team. It's being there for them, supporting them, leading the team. That's a massive gap that I'm trying to learn. Again, at 26, I've got a lot to learn, and I'm not perfect. And so it's being able to do that. As a salesperson, I suppose it's just making sure the systems are constantly followed. You can always get to a point where you're basically complacent. You're doing so well. 1.8 million is a massive year for us. Earning a 7-figure income on your group certificate, you're like, wow. But then you can become complacent with that and soon drop off. And then as a business owner overall, it's just being able to support people, being able to know that just because I want to be number one, they don't necessarily want to be number one as well. Okay. And I struggle with that. I struggle with that fact that, yeah, well, what do you want? Do they want to write 200, 300? Yep. Do the property management want to stay in property management forever? And it's just being able to support people. So that's what I struggle with at the moment. Yeah, and obviously with your commitment to coaches and learning and training, you're learning that along the way. Oh yeah, constant learning. So at 26 now, at 36, where do you? 36. I'll still be running businesses, probably still doing some selling, but again, I'll probably be doing a lot more running business, things like that. But what I want to be by then is Australia's #1 real estate agent. Okay. So that's the big goal. Yep. I want to be Harcourt's #1 in the next couple of years, #1 internationally, and eventually Australia's #1. I want to be the next Matt Steinway or James Tosterton and John McGrath. Okay, on that question, what's the strategy? The strategy, it's again just branding. Okay. Just make it bigger, get good leverage, get a good team around you. And just keep going at it. Just keep branding yourself, building a brand, and creating a celebrity brand as well. If people think you're the authority in your area and they just see you around, you're in papers, you're in books, you've got DVDs out, people are all of a sudden going to go, I want to call that agent in. That's all it's about. For the guys out there that are just new to branding, the agents, are there any quick tips you can give them that they need to focus on to kick it off and get it rolling? Yeah, definitely the cold calling and door knocking, get your face out there, telemarketing, 100% fly drops every single week, and do it better than any other agent's doing it. If another agent's doing it every week, then you need to make sure yours are amazing. If another agent's doing it every fortnight, but their flyers look the same as yours, change yours to look different to the other agents. Home open signs in the weekend, make sure your signboards are huge. Our signboards are massive, the biggest in our areas, and people will take note. If you're bigger and better than everyone else, people will start noticing it. So that's all, just those small little things. Brand your car, brand your t-shirts. If you're out in the shops, brand yourself so that when people go out to the shops and they see you, it's just your brand that's constantly there. Yeah, it takes a bit of commitment, doesn't it? It does. Do you live in your area? No, I don't live in my area, but I make sure that when I started out, especially, I shopped in my area. I went to the local shops in my area, so I made a conscious effort to do things in my area, and always driving around. Even if you're just popping through there, just drive through your area in your branded car, and people still start taking notice. But what you've got to remember, Jet, is that coming from England, where you earn $25,000, when you can even think of earning 200, 300, 400 grand, or like now a 7-figure income. Yes, it takes commitment, but the commitment's worthwhile. I can retire now if I want to, and if you can do that at 26, you've got to work hard to get there. Yeah, exactly. I noticed you said something in there about investing into your business and into yourself. Yeah. A lot of agents appear to at times have a handout sort of mentality. You know, give it to me. Yeah. What's that about? It sounded like you almost invested when you didn't have the money. You talked about putting it on a credit card, getting it. Well, tell me more about that. All right. So again, my opinion is that everyone in real estate should be entrepreneurs, and that's what we are. It's an entrepreneurship business. It's like your own business. You go to set a business up, and you go and take a business loan out for 3 years, and you get the capital to set it up. Treat this as the same. If you want to start earning 300-400 grand a year, there's no job that you can get paid that unless you're a prime minister or a doctor. So invest in yourself. You go to university, you take a loan out for that degree. Take a loan out for being a real estate agent. Interesting. And so my thing has always been coaches. If you can't afford it, that's what I put it on my credit card. Yeah. I'd rather go without personally. I'd rather go without house insurance and make sure I've got my coaches right, because that's my insurance policy against my future career. And so that's what I've always invested in. Wow. And you need to be your own CEO. If you're not going to invest in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? Yeah. No, perfect, mate. Well, the runs are on the board, so that's great advice, mate. I thank you for your time. That's right, Jeff. I'm going to be interested watching your progress over the next couple of years. Thank you, mate. Looking forward to seeing what you do with this thing. So, you've been watching My Real Estate Mastermind. Jet Xavier, Tom Carlin from Vogue in WA, 1.8 in GCI this last year, and still running a business and still alive. Yeah. Thanks, mate. We'll be talking to you again soon. Cheers. Cheers, Jeff.